Hi, it's Ray from Pro Shaper Workshop in Charlton, Massachusetts. And this is Paul, all the way from Hong Kong. He bought my extended stay 24-day class. He had zero experience. He's a high-rise dweller in Hong Kong. So he doesn't have many tools or anything, but he has a lot of desire to learn. And he did a couple panels on this Studebaker Future car. And this is the actual panel right here that he spent a couple, 3 days, maybe longer, making this panel. He struggled his way through, had to learn all the little rule structure. And the panel behind it, you can point that out, Paul. The panel behind it was done by Sergio from California, but you can see how Paul's panel leads right into that now. And eventually that'll get welded. But Paul really excelled when he did this panel. It fits nicely on the wireform, and the flow is really good. The surface quality is good. So he did a really good job. And I'll introduce you to Paul here and let him speak a little bit about how he struggled to make this panel.
Thanks, Ray. Hey folks, I'm Paul. This is my first time doing any kind of metal shaping in my life. And it was very exciting to get this opportunity to work on the Studebaker concept car. What we have here is a panel for the front cowl, and it was a real learning experience from getting the basic area value and arrangement value in there to figuring out all these different types of pressures on the English wheel, how to get really good results, and also definitely correcting some bad ones. And this was a great panel to make because there was also a little bit of creative freedom around some of the work that we see here, like the bulges or some of the valleys and lips here. So it was a really great technique, and thank you very much, Ray, for taking the time to help educate me and walk me through this.
Okay, and Paul, I think this was the 4th panel that you made, and you have a limited time left. So you were more interested in really motorcycle stuff. So you said to me, hey, you think I could make a motorcycle gas tank? And I said, yeah, let's do it. Cool project. So first step was designing a motorcycle gas tank. Now let's go take a look at that. It's right over here. So this is what Paul came up with. And he used for inspiration a Norton tank. Looked online, a bunch of different tanks. And I suggested you do a wireform. I'm a very strong advocate of wireform. It's a great creative process in itself. And Paul took like a duck to water when the wireforming process started. This was his first MIG welding. Some of his MIG welds snapped and had to redo a bunch. But he seems to have a natural eye for the flow. And he did a little interpretation, artistic interpretation, and changed the design a little bit. This is only a little practice piece, and soon he'll be, probably, tomorrow he's taking off, he's going up to Lime Rock for the car show. But when he comes back a little bit tonight and Monday, he'll start focusing on making panels. But before we even make the panels, I suggested to Paul that we'll use Gorilla duct tape on the inside of the wire, and then we will use clay, and we'll actually surface maybe a portion of the side where the most complexity is and see what it looks like, so we can play with a few different ideas and see what he likes. So I had him first, before he made the wireform. You can lift that off, Paul. I had him do these drawings. Hopefully you can see the drawings. That's the top view, and then you got a side view drawing here. These are full scale, and I was able to find somewhat of a drawing online that had dimensions. So I showed him how to scale it up, and you know, use this little welding rod first to kind of like get some of the ideas worked out, and then converted to what I call the 1/4 inch. The best material for making wireforms is 1/4 inch diameter hot rolled wire. And this is a beautiful buck. If you tried to make that in wood, good luck. I have a saying, wood bucks suck. If you're making a wood buck, you're making a mistake. wireform is such a great way to develop ideas, because you can throw the creative process in too. And Paul has certainly shown that that's what happened here. And this is the first experience he's ever done it. So, Paul, can you give me a few comments about making this wireform?
Yeah, absolutely. So this was easily the most technical bit of drawing I've ever done, but this was also the most creative, and I gotta say the most fun I've had doing pretty much anything here. It was great learning about the techniques, but this is a game changer. I definitely am hoping to make a bunch more wireframes and kind of come up with some cool new designs. But every time you just made one new piece of metal that you added to this, you had 5 different ideas that, okay, maybe we can go concave this time, or, you know, to put a little stretch on it. A lot of great and interesting things can happen with the wireframe, and I'm really excited to continue developing it.
Well, let's wrap it up here, and we'll have a follow-up video showing Paul's progress with making panels, and we'll make it out of 060 aluminum, and that'll be sometime next week. He'll be here, I think, to the end of next week or so. And so he's got a bunch of time. I don't know if he's going to finish this, but he says he probably can't take it back on the plane, so he'll leave it here, and maybe one of the students in some of the upcoming classes might finish it up. It's just a beautiful thing. He's done a really good job. I'm really pleased with his progress. So it's Ray from ProShaper Workshop and Paul from Hong Kong. Thanks for watching.